All right, Pluto, no. Mr. Bones. A cool card. The problem is, if you die on a hand, it does prevent your death, but if you've died once, I mean, maybe you got a horrendous draw or the boss blind was really prohibitive, but usually if you're going to die, you're probably going to die in the next one when it's even higher. Again, there's exceptions, but... And it is foil, which is nice. Straight stuff, planet stuff, standard pack. Not really in love with any of this. Let's open the standard pack, because there's a few different things we're looking for. Virtually none of these are what we're looking for. There's holographic. I think it's the first time we've seen that. I mean, the only thing I think I even am remotely interested is this. Maybe we can turn it into a spade later. Do we have 9s? The standard amount. I like steel, though, and there's some jokers that'll key off that I like for late game, so we're going to pick that up. It's better than just passing, I guess. But, Celestial pack or just re-roll. I think we could use some bigger multipliers, so let's go here and hope for a good one. Boy, it really wants us to play 4 of a kind. Does not want us to play 3 of a kind or full houses, but fair enough. Let's re-roll once and see. Huh. Not loving either of those. Straight. Discard. The problem is, you know, the 4 of a kind is tempting to build. But right now, we don't have a great way to do it. We have 7 queens. 9 7s are growing a little bit. We're obviously going to keep working on that as we discard with the new thing we have. But we don't have a great mechanism for doing it. I guess if I'm thinking long term, this will be worth it, but... Do we reroll again? I have 30 left. Can buy most things that pop up at still max interest. Plus, we'll get $3 back from a discard, so we don't need to be at 25. So I guess we'll do one more. There's Full House, finally. Might be too late for that, but we'll see. Oh, well, Hermit's back. Now, all of a sudden, we have the money we need. So we'll certainly buy this. This is Full House. Okay. I'd like that to be a couple levels higher, if I'm being honest. Do I reroll again? I think I do one more. All right, Blue Joker, we're trying to destroy cards right now. And obviously your starting hand has 9 cards in it, so it's already 18 less. It's not bad, and it is foil, but Matador certainly has some ways it can work. But I don't think I'm going with it right now, so I think I'm just going on. All right, 1 in 7 cards get drawn face down. So, this is where you can start to suss out what this is. This is a 4 or less. There is still a 4 in the deck, so it could be the 4 diamonds. And if we sort by suit, looks like it's a baby diamond. I don't remember how they do the order of suits. I need to pay attention to that next time I have all 4 suits in hand. But it could be the 2 of diamonds. Whatever it is, it's getting discarded. We don't care about destroying it. So, like, whether it's the 4 or the 2 of diamonds. I guess there is the order right there. Spades, hearts, clubs, diamonds. So it's either the deuce or the 4 of diamonds, and we don't really care about it either way. We would have a full house if it was the 4 of diamonds, but, like, I'm not about that life. So we're going to make that our discard target. And it was the deuce of diamonds, like we thought. Okay, now then, that's out of the way, so now we focus on playing. We have our steel 7 red, that's great. We also have our powerful queen. So we got to make this count, and we don't really need any of this. Sorry, gold card. I think we're just tossing a bunch of stuff, looking for matching spades. And this might just be enough. Play the ace. This is going to be huge. This is big. Like, it's pretty good. Yeah. As you can see, we're doing fine for right now, but always got to keep your eye on the prize. Got to look ahead. Like, we know we need more. This is a tempting one, fortune teller. +1 mults per tarot card. I usually play a lot of them. I have, as you can see, 16 already. 16 molt, when you think about it, like, you know, there are scenarios where that's going to be better. If I have, like, everything, if this is 16 right now, so this is anything 8 or higher matches that. How often am I going to have just that left in my hand? I mean, probably not very often. So it seems like this is a good replacement. It's going to scale up as well, which is nice. I don't really want to invest more in 4 of a kind right now. And Judgment, I mean, the thing we could do is sell this, play this with the intent of buying this, and just see what we get. That's pretty tempting. And of course, this is our new voucher. Probably buying that, if not now, soon. So let's do it this way. Sell that. Use this. This is not helpful for our build. Now, yes, we have leveled 3 of a kind to a certain extent, but ultimately 3 of a kinds are not going to get the job done in the long haul. We're really looking to play 4s. We're still getting by with flushes with pairs in them just because of the pair trigger, but that's ideally not something we do long term either. So we're going to sell this. We only lost $1 on it. And buy this. We also got 1 more molt on this from going through that whole loop. Let's get the Arcana pack. Lovers, Tarot, Empress, Strength. We can't change the sort here. All right. Well, anyways, again, jacks would have been good. 6s we could make a case for. 8s, we have 1 8, but I think we're better off. God, we only have 1 spade in hand too. Tough. Well, we have extra value out of 10s and 4s right now. We don't have any of those in our hand either. So I don't know that I love my targets for almost anything. We don't want any more 6s. We don't convert the 5. Convert the 9 into a 10. Eventually make it a spade. We have more 10s of spades than 9s of spades, I guess. We're about to have another 9 of spades, though, because this is going to be... So I guess... I don't think that's worth it, though. But is the 8 of spades being molt worth it? I guess we'll go this route. Alright, you saw the multiplier go up. We're going to buy this. Do I reroll once? I think I do. So we could afford a tarot if it shows up. Yep. Magician, Lovers. Lovers gets its more spades effectively. Kind of like that. This one's also tempting. So DNA's rare, and it can really, really ramp up your production. We have been playing enough one-hand wins that I think we can get away with this. We're going to run out of that pretty soon, but the more, we're obviously looking to play a few very specific cards with that. This, having more of those, phenomenal. This, more of those, phenomenal. It's harder for us to play those, obviously, because we want to keep them in hand if we can, but having more of them is not going to hurt. Now, this would be okay. This would be okay. And you can argue we've got some other stuff in there that could be duplicated, but we want to be very specific with those. The biggest reason it's a risk is because, it's one hand. Now, the nice thing is that it draws it to your hand immediately. So you play one, it goes into the deck and the discard for the future, but you get one back. So it's not like I'd be playing it and then not able to use it in my big hands. It's tough. Because do I want to have both of these go in at once? I basically have a 1-card discard and a 1-card hand. Long term, it opens up a lot of better possibilities. Short term, can I afford to do it? And if I do, what am I getting rid of? Because this is just +1 hand size. But the more things in hand that I'm trying to get rid of, the more I'm going to want the most options. This is an option. It's not really doing anything for us beyond the foil. So I guess it's the target. We're going to get greedy because we really want to make the run extended if we can. But you notice, this is slightly better than what we had. This is still carrying some work. But in a couple antes, this is not going to be good enough. So what we need to do is use these to get the utility and then find better jokers to replace them with. Now, because we've done that, I'm not buying either of these. Neither one of them is great. So we're just going to move on. Again, because we're going to be discarding a card, we will get back above 25, so we'll get the max interest. We're going to have to be greedy on this, I think. Now, we have 2 pairs in hand, which is great with spades. But what do we want to discard? Let's see. We have 2 sevens in hand, so we'll keep the 7 of diamonds. It's probably 4 or 5 of clubs are about the same. We have the same number of them in spades, so it doesn't really matter. So 4 clubs. See ya. Look at the 5 showing up. We're going to toss a few things here. Do I want to toss a 5th card? 7 of spades? No, if anything, it'd be a jack because I want to keep this for a pair. I think 4's enough. Nice. That's what we want. So we play this. We get another one. This does okay on its own, by the way. Like, that for a 1-card throwaway, 2,300. But now, with all those conditions met, we play this and we go out. Okay. So we're just trying to survive in the short term while we build. We have, ooh, like Emperor. Spectral Pack is also tempting right now. Don't care about Drunkard. We did sell a decent amount of stuff. Or buy, sorry, a decent amount of stuff. So we have to be, you know, mindful of money because we want to keep that at 25 or thereabouts. This is too tempting not to look at, though, because there's some really good stuff in here. Well, we don't really have anything in our hand that we're devastated to have destroyed. This allows us to get 4 enhanced number cards. It could be steel, you know, could be all sorts of things that can pop up. Wraith is tempting, but the problem is, if I was getting this and I could use it when I wanted to, I'd be all for it. I'd spend through my money, plan ahead. I'd just lose $33 on it right now, and I also have to sell a Joker, which I'm going to lose the money on. So, rare Jokers obviously can be good. This is an example, but I think it's got to be this. And we just, you know, lose the 4 of hearts would be nice. Okay. Well, filled in a bunch of cards we don't really want, if we're being honest, but so it goes. We would have liked the higher numbers to show up, you know, 7s, 9s. So it goes. Let's use this immediately, see what we get. Okay. And I should have used that first. I forgot my own rule. Happens. There's a lot going on. But we'll make use of that. Do I want a jumbo standard pack? I might. This is also tempting. Because I don't really need glass right now. Glass can come in handy. We haven't seen that yet. Turns the card into glass. Get a ×2 molt when you play it, but 25% chance it's gone. We're not really that desperate yet, so we're going to get this. We'll, of course, be able to build more of this with that, and then we're going to move on. Okay, well, since we know this is what we're going to use for that, we might as well just activate it. Okay. Now, here's the thing. We have some options of leveling up cards. We could turn the 9s into 10s and have more 10s. Have 6 of them then. Try and rank up some of our awful cards, but we can just discard to get rid of those suckers, like the 4 diamonds right now, looking real discardy. Because the 2 of clubs is at least a lucky card. You know, maybe that comes in handy. So I think our 4 is our discard. Okay, we have a full house in our hand. How many more queens do we have now? 4, because we're going to keep building those slowly as we work towards our 4 of a kind setup. This is why I really don't want to spend this on 10s. I really want to spend this on jacks, but we don't have any. To discard to try and get some more. I also would like to turn those queens of clubs into spades and just go real crazy. I mean, we have an easy discard here. Don't really want to play the full house. We got the full house up once, but still 3 of a kind is better. So, goodbye. 1 jack. Got our lucky 7. We'd love to see that. Let's go 1 more discard. Not very helpful, huh? Got our 2nd jack, though. We can make it all queens of spades. If we play both of these. Do we have 2 5s of spades in the deck when it's full? No, just 1. Okay. Make the 9 of clubs a spade. So I think we're just going to play both. I could discard one more time if I'm going to do that. What else could I really want to turn into spades here? We have, obviously, queens of spades. Jacks of spades we do have 3 of, but it'd be better if they were all queens. 3 sevens. I don't have the 6 in our hand. By the way, I never actually... Okay, I never looked at the boss blind, which is careless of me. No repeat hand types, so we can't play more than 1 full house, more than 1 3 of a kind. Not that bad. The thing I have to watch out for primarily is the one that disables spades, because we'll die, basically. So, let's... I don't know what I'd be digging for. What else is left in here? Yeah, not much. A gold 4, but like, yeah. So let's just turn these into spades. Turn these into queens. Now, let's show this off for the first time. That's a flush house. 3 queens of spades, 3 fives of spades. That, of course, is better than 3 of a kind and better than a full house. And what's nice about playing this is that it will add it to the list. So let's do that right now. Okay. We like when we're clearing it by this much. That's pleasing to us. All right, now, to show it off, there it is, flush house. Now, 4 of a kind is better because it's level 5, but because we've played a flush house, it will now show up in planet card offerings. So we have the chance to rank it up now. We have $42 and we have 3 tarots here. We have Random Joker, which I don't think I'm ready for yet because I'm still trying to get these 3 to work. Strength, could be good. Hermit, so we're just going to do that right away because not only does that give us $20, but this little stuff will add up, especially because that's molt, and molt is, as the name would imply, multiplying. I think I'm going to buy the strength because we get a couple cracks out of here, including this jumbo Arcana pack. All right, so we got lucky, we got wild, double the money, tempting. So 17, but still better to double. Steal. Tempting, tempting, tempting. We also have a jack of spades in our hand. Turn the 2 into a 3. Since we're trying to hold on to the other steal 2, we can play these 2. Now, ideally, we keep this in our hand, but it gives us the option of playing another queen of spades if we need it. So we're going to do that. Do that. Now, what decision do we make? More money's tempting. You know, I don't have, like, death in this hand or something. Not really interested in wild cards. And it's not like I can duck a spade limitation by having a wild card. If it's a wild card, it's every suit, so it's also disabled. Steel's always tempting. I don't have the Steel Joker yet, but steel cards are always nice to have. But I think because we have the ability to make more steel cards with DNA if we want to, I think we're just going to go money here. Because we're flush with money, let's go ahead and buy this. There's Ceres. That's our flush house card. We're going to take that. 4 of a kind is here, but this is a lot easier for us to play than 4 of a kind. Maybe that'll change down the road, but it's also a bigger multiplier, so let's re-roll and see what we get here. Oh. Okay, well, we're going to buy this. 13 bucks. It's a negative Joker. It's the first time we've seen one of those. You can see what it does. You can just put it in there, so it's like I have 6 spots. And you can do this even if your spots are currently full, which is nice. I was worried about that the first time I ever saw it. We're not playing flushes anymore, really. I mean, I guess we have on occasion, but obviously a flush house contains a flush. So our vision for how we're going to try and go as deep as possible, I think has become clear. So certainly buying this. There it is, 6th Joker. I guess we'll put it here. As far as the order goes, before that hits. Of course, we're buying Emperor, of course. We'd love to see Temperance. I mean, I don't think there's a reason to wait on it. I guess we could, but we'll see. We'll re-roll again and we'll see what we get. Okay, Sun for hearts, Star for diamonds, no thank you. This makes everything a face card, which is definitely cool in some builds, not for what we're doing. I think we're going to sit on the rest of the money, because the rerolls just get one more expensive each time, and, you know, it's a whole thing. I do think just to make the space, I don't have anything that's going to be giving tarot cards right now, though. I have no purple seals. So I guess I can hold off just to see if I can be greedy. All right, the eye, no repeat hand types. But guess what? We have flush house as a hand type to play in addition to everything else now. So... interesting. I don't really have a candidate I like for either playing or discarding in this hand. I have more 7s, so I was hoping to maybe keep some of those and convert them. At this point, 5s are pretty decent. This is like a 5 of spades, so we want that. Obviously, we're not trying to destroy... I guess the king of clubs could be destroyed. They only have 3 kings. Yeah, okay. I like that. We're going to do that first. Well, we were hoping to draw one of our cool cards for this, but we can still discard our way to it. So let's start tossing some stuff. I mean, obviously the 6 of spades can go. Jack of spades can go. Yeah, let's do those 2. Okay, great. So this is going to be playing a high card. But we're not going to play another high card, so that's fine. I think we're drawing a flush house here and just trying to end this in one hand. So let's see. To do that, we have 1 more 8 of spades, 2 more 7s of spades, 3 more 5s of spades, I think, because the wild 5 of clubs. Oh, it's in my hand, sorry. But we only need 1 more for that. 3 more 3s of spades. So let's toss these 2. I think keep, well, the 9 of clubs, and then keep the rest. Yeah. We could toss the 8 of spades. All right, let's be greedy. Well, kids, this is why you can't be greedy, because it never pays off. Well. Okay, let's do this. I think we're going to play 2 pair. I mean, it's tough. We want to try and get the biggest hand possible. 2 pair is still going to score pretty well. Because, like, it's going to have that in it, right? We love that card. It's going to have this in hand still. That's why I made this, because I'm going to play these 2 in my 2 pair. We'll toss this as well, just to get rid of it. And this keeps this in our hand, so this might be enough. It's tough on a 2 pair base, but... yeah, it's tough. But we have our flush with a pair. We haven't played a flush yet. It'll get the job done. It'll get us out of here. Boy, did it. Because this, which I have to remember now. Okay. Gotta keep that in mind. So now we leveled this up a couple times earlier. There's just really no reason for that anymore. It's fine, but plus 12 mult again like this is growing. You can certainly argue for Swashbuckler. You know, if we sold this, the sell value would be 2, 4, 9, 15, 21. But again, like 21 molts. Okay, great. 26. Like, Let's open a Buffoon pack. We're looking for some higher end jokers here, so we can see what we can get. This is... we're using a lot of discards, especially because of this, so no. And discarded ace that changes all the time. Not bad in the early going to help build some things, but no. So just passing on that. Let's open up Celestial pack, looking for flush houses, flushes. Full houses are okay. Full house now also kind of paling in comparison, but of the 3, it's certainly the one we'll take. I don't really think I want this. So let's re-roll. Okay, we don't mind Hierophant. This is tempting. We could use this to replace this. because obviously it's better in the short term for the first 5 hands. So it's +5 in your hand, +4. Then it self-destructs if it gets to 0. Spend 8. Like, it pretty much just guarantees we win our next few. Might even give us a chance to play a flush 5, which gets that in the list. Does give more value for temperance. Alright, I think I'm going to do it. Okay. Do I pull the trigger on this now? Again, I guess not. I guess I just don't re-roll and we just keep going. Alright, 20k. This is a tempting one. It's tempting to skip and get Spectral, but the problem is, like, it's 1 of 2. If it was a Mega Spectral, I would do it. But here, I think I'm just going to keep playing because I'm trying to get this as much as possible. And, you know, to do that, got to play hands. Okay, well, because we're drawing a huge amount of cards, which is the other reason to consider this, I'm going to play this. We'd love to get a seal on one of these, by the way, and then start multiplying it further. And what's our discard? 4 hearts. Could also do the 2, but let's toss the 4 hearts. Okay. Now then. While we're seeing some bonus cards, let's just get this in the mix. Gonna play a flush with a pair in it. It should be enough. Now, there are certainly some cases to be made where if you know you've got a hand that's enough, you can just discard. I don't, excuse me, God, I'm talking too much. I don't really have a lot of attractive targets. If you have, you know, more gold seal stuff, I have the 1/4 here that's a gold card. You can really try and dig for those, you know, dig for your discards that build tarot, stuff like that. I don't really have a deck that's doing that right now, but I suppose I should, because I want to try and draw a flush 5 if I can. And, you know, there's not really any harm in it. I know I'm going to go out, even if I just play this with these 4, like, that's enough. But let's dig. Let's see if we can find enough queens of spades to play a flush 5 or something like that. Tell you what, toss those. Our third, how many do we have left? We have 5 queens of spades left. That's not really super good odds, but I suppose we should try. We do have our gold. I don't really think we need to keep all these steals in hand, but there's also kind of not a reason not to, you know, like we can play that whole flush with a pair in it. So let's toss these 5 and see if we get lucky. Only 4. There is no such thing as a flush 4, as you'll see. It's just 4 of a kind. So we tried. But we will get 3 more bucks out of it, so it wasn't like it was useless. Whoops, that one. Let's watch the numbers go burr. So we cleared it by more than 10 times. You know, like we're definitely getting somewhere. We have a good thing going. There shouldn't be any difficulty winning the run. We'll see what happens when we go endless. We even talk about what that is when we get there, but... Alright, jokers we don't like. Space Joker's not bad, but again, you really want to have used that earlier. If that's early and you can play a bunch of 3 of a kinds or something and really ramp it up, it's good. But now, well, earlier we were playing 10s and 4s, but we don't have that anymore. This is not a spade, or we can maybe turn them into one. Problem is, it's a polychrome. I can't talk. A polychrome glass, which is huge the time you play it. If it breaks, though, it's pretty sad. Man, I wish that wasn't glass. I would take it in a heartbeat, figure out how to convert it later, but I think I'm passing on this. I don't know. It's nice to have like a break glass in case of emergency, but in what hand? A full house? I only have 2 4s left. So sadly, I think it's a pass. We'll go here. Looking for Ceres, and I think that's what we're taking. Full house is also here, but I think the high end of this run involves playing flush houses. We're gonna reroll once. Okay. Do I want to use it now or wait? By the way, Idol's pretty cool. You need to not do what I'm doing and like decimate your deck into flush house possibilities, but Kind of neat. Because it's also each played. So there are some times where that multiplier goes off, you know, several. Yeah, I think I want to use this either way. So let's get some money. We love the money. Use this right away, see what they are. Hangman, don't mind it. Devil, eh. Let's go one more time. Moon, don't want it. Clubs. Golden Joker can be one of those things that's nice to help generate money. We have no room for it right now. And again, like, we just have better versions of what's going on with this. So, one more, 39. We don't have an open slot, but we can sell Devil. One more. Oh, boy. Vagabond's cool. The first time I ever beat this was on a run that started with Vagabond. I think I got it from a tarot that was a random Joker. It wasn't holographic, but the fact that this is holographic and we could just play down our money. Like, we can, if we can play ourselves to 0, we can still get the $3 from this and be activating this. I just don't know what to get rid of for it. That's the hard part. So if this was down to like 1 or 2 uses, I think it would be a relatively easy decision, but it's not yet. This is still growing and gives flat mult, which is good for our multipliers. Obviously, we're not getting rid of these two. There's no reason to get rid of this. It's just an extra Joker slot. I still have so many things I want to destroy. You know, like every time we're getting rid of one of these cards that's not what we want. And this is building cards we do want. This is going to get rid of 2 more cards. That's tough. I suppose that the counter argument here is I'm usually, well, I guess I'm playing 2 hands per run right now because of this. So I do get the chance to make 2 tarot cards. It all feels this. It's pretty good, and it still has a flat 10 mult. So, but man, I'm enjoying thinning the deck. I think it's time. It's tough. Remember when I had bad Jokers and I was just having a good time? That was fun. All right, I think we're gonna sit on the rest of the money and just move on. Now, the arm, I did see this but didn't talk about it. Didn't at least forget to look this time. Decreases the level of the played poker hand, so it's basically the reverse of what we're doing when we have a planet. So our goal is going to be to play only 1 hand, or to play hands we don't care about, you know. So I don't want to play 2 flush houses. I shouldn't have to. If I can make 1, to be clear, it's probably enough points, but I don't want to devalue the things I've built up. So shouldn't be that bad. Ooh, shit. Problem with this is it could be anything. It could be a common that sucks, but either way, you have room for it because it's guaranteed to be negative. We are less concerned about playing now. Well, kind of, but we want to play to activate this. I also forgot to spend my money to actually use this, so... bleh. But the only way to get back into a shop is going to be... play here before it, or skip and then beat this. Tough choice. Again, to make this run last as long as possible, I think a negative Joker is too tempting to pass up. So here we go. Now, we are scoring more than we were otherwise because of this 10 mold. Before that other card, you know, was just melted. Well, that was a negative 2, or a holographic, whatever it was, foil. Destroy 2 cards. 8 of Hearts certainly doesn't seem to make much sense. King of Diamonds certainly doesn't seem to make much sense. Hasta luego. Okay. We'll use this to get $3 just to do it. I still don't think we have a better target than these holographic queens for the time being, so say that. Can't devalue high card. Alright, I think we'd really like to play a flush house. I guess the question is, could we get by playing a 3 of a kind? If does this trigger... Well, no, it's going to be a flush then, isn't it? Or is it going to go 3 of a kind because it's worth more? It went flush. Interesting. Maybe play 1, keep 1 in reserve so we keep a paired hand? Because I don't care if it devalues flush. I have not been playing flush. So let's do this. Let's make... yeah, we have 5 of spades. Let's make this gold. Get a little extra mult out of it, or do I want to be greedy? I feel like a flush will be enough, because it's a paired flush. So let's play all of these. Get the most value we can. There's a steal in hand. I also could discard to get another steal in hand, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. We don't need any of this stuff. Let's make sure the next hand we play is enough. There's another steal. We'll toss these two. Because I don't want to play 4 of a kind. It would be devalued. Or we could play this for the first time. So this will also make this pop up. It can't be devalued. It's the first time. Give us some more planet options. This will be a big old number. Yep. Okay. Pretty happy with that outcome.